Traveler, you are not with the worm cult, are you? I beg a moment of your time. I need someone to deliver a message to healer namreras at the central siege camp. I need you to tell her that her husband, Tessamarill, is dead. Well, I was fighting worm cultists when I drank what I thought was a health potion, and... oh, this is embarrassing. Look, it doesn't matter. All she needs to know is that I didn't make it. All the better if you can make my demise sound heroic. Well, what does it hurt to spin some yarn about me dying like a hero? I just wanted to remember me with fondness, that's all. I'm sure she'll pay you for your delivering the news. She has a good heart. Please, above all else, she needs to know. Remember, seek out healer namreras. You can find her at the central siege camp. She's with the Stirk Fellowship. We both are. Or were. Don't worry about her being weepy. She is very strong, my wife. And we've already said our farewells. We're in a war, aren't we? And we're up in our years. As a healer, she's seen too many people go with too much left unsaid. She didn't want that for us. She's always been practical that way, and very organized. But opposites attract, as they say. I really was being heroic, at first. I fought off some worm cultists trying to set up one of those soul reapers. But I drained my magicka and needed a potion. I ended up drinking one of my specialty frostbite poisons by accident. You mean, aside from it being a mortifying way for a mage of my wisdom and years to shuffle off this mortal coil? Well, is it so wrong to want your very practical wife to remember you with love and fondness and perhaps a hint of admiration? Yes, it is. And I'm ever so thankful that I found such a kind and thoughtful soul to deliver this heartbreaking news to my dear namreras. May the three queens bless you for all of your days.
Comrade, a Stone Nest Elder waits to speak with you.
Chitra told me of your adventures in retrieving the eyes of the Colossal. But I am even more impressed by this alliance you have built. My days as a warrior are long past, but I will help if I can. Do you have the sacred eyes? These are the eyes. Our tales speak of the Voskrona Colossals and their eyes, but no one knew exactly what our ancestors meant. These crystals are a promise, a sign that the long vigil was not in vain. You found documents as well? Let me see. As I thought. If there is a ritual, it was lost to time, yet that does not mean you have failed. We may not remember the ritual, but the stone does not forget. I can speak to a colossal, remind it of its purpose. By itself, no. But with the secret eyes you've brought me, we can take control of a Vaskrona Colossal. Guide it. If you go into Mornaril, you can do so with a powerful ally at your command. Speak with your fellows. I must prepare.
Come, comrade. Let us discuss what you have learned. Razumdar showed me the Argonian statues in the outskirts of Mornaril. They tell a tale of ancient battle, and hint at a weakness in the worm cult's defenses. Did I hear Elder Sonasa say we can bring one to life? The ancient Argonians who made those statues came up with a simple answer to the problem of foes armed with death magic. Stone warriors have no lives that can be stolen. There must be a way to use this to our advantage. Or march right up to the flayers and smash them. The worm cult would never expect it. Now, how best to spring the surprise? I have it. Your Colossal shall clear the path for our soldiers. This is how we storm Manamarco's lair. No one alive can get close enough to destroy the Soul Flayers. But a giant walking statue, that is another matter. I knew I could count on you to find a way to defeat the worm cult's defenses. I am in your debt, my friend. Here. Look south, comrade. There stands the worm cult's fortress, Mornaril. It falls upon us to storm its defenses and defeat Manamarco to end the threat of the worm cult. The only thing standing in our way are those damnable soul flares. The soul flares generate death fields, emanations of necrotic energy that kill any living thing that attempts to approach Mornaril. But the Vaskrona Colossals are stone automatons that negate necrotic energy, opening the temple to a full assault. Yes, with the eyes of the Colossal you recovered. I want you to help him with the ritual to restore a Colossal while I send for the rest of the Fellowship's forces. We need that stone statue to clear a path through the flayers. Can I count on you? Elder Sonasa selected a Colossal for our purposes. It's just beyond an old break in the wall near Mornaril's main gate. Check in with the other champions, then go assist the Elder with whatever he requires. Good luck, comrade. They may have insights they wish to share with you, but really I was hoping you would inspire them in the battle to come. A few words of encouragement can go a long way, comrade. Make your way to the wall when you are finished. I'll meet you inside. That is no easy question, my friend. I can see clearly how the battle begins, and I feel confident we will reach the inner citadel. How the battle ends? All I have are guesses. The only thing I know for certain is that we must try. I know hope is not much of a strategy, but I have confidence in the Fellowship and this band of heroes we have assembled here. There will be obstacles I do not foresee, but we will overcome them. We have to. For Merrick, for Gabrielle, for Tamriel. Speak your mind, comrade. I may not have the answers you seek, but I will do my best. Getting past Mornaril's walls is not the problem. Dealing with the Soul Flayers is the true obstacle. The courtyards within the walls are filled with the Worm Cult's murderous devices. That is why we need the Colossal. Not much more than I can see with my own eyes. But the Stone Nest Argonians know Mornaril as a place of ancient evil. Jitra tells me her ancestors took it upon themselves to guard these ruins. They call it the Final Dark. As I understand the tale, Daedric cultists and others, tempted by power, have come to Solstice to plunder Mor Naril's secrets in the past. For example, the ancient Corellanias found the gift of death here. The worm cult is but the latest threat. This ancient Daedric temple has long been sought after by cultists, necromancers, and others seeking power. Vaunus reminded me that Manamarco sought to make himself a god during the first plane meld. Obviously, he retains that mad ambition. There is this Wraith Forge we heard about. If Manamarco succeeds in dragging it down from Cold Harbor, we believe he can use it to restore his true body and complete his ascendancy to godhood. We need to stop him from doing that, at all costs. Very well. This day will not be easy, my friend. But I feel confident that before it ends, you and I will stand together atop that floating chunk of rock with the worm cult broken at our feet.
What the tusk are we waiting for, pal? I'm not built for sitting around camp. Gives me hives. As far as I'm concerned, the sooner we start the attack, the better. I ain't seen a battle like this since we took on Molag Bal in Cold Harbor. Lost a lot of good people there. Here, too. It's this damned necromancy. I'll test my steel in a fair fight against anybody. But the worm cult? They come after your soul. Maybe. The little prince ain't so little anymore, is he? An orc could do worse than follow a commander like Azah. Especially with an ally like you leading the way. Thanks. I actually feel a little better. I still want to get started, though.
Ah, friend. We have crossed many streams together since we first met. Yet I think this is the moment when all those waters finally converge into a mighty river. Everything that has happened has brought us to this place and time. I have been ready longer than you might think. After our first great victory in Cold Harbor, I told myself I would not have to face such tribulation again. But I never slept well. I kept my staff close because I knew we were not done. And for that, I am grateful. I might be the only one here who feels this way, but I am relieved to be here. It feels good to face it all again. The worm cult, the plane meld, even Manamarco. I am ready to finish this at last.
Now is not the time for discussion. Concentrate on what's important. Certainly. We have Soulflayer death fields and stone statues to negate them. But how do we make use of that fact? Then there's the other problem. Gabrielle sacrificed herself to bring Darien to us. But then Manamarco stole his light. Perplexing. Oh, the eyes are important, but they're merely a focus. An old and powerful spirit is bound in each one of those great stone statues. That's the real enchantment, my friend. I hope I can persuade the Elder to let me help figure it all out. Rousing of Oskrona Colossal is more a conversation than a ritual. Sonasa knows how to speak with stone. I do not. But I can add embellishments. Arm our statue ally with powers the ancient Argonians didn't think of, perhaps. We shall see. When Manamarco returned from the Writhing Wall, he was rather smug about stealing Darien's light. Wanted to let me know he was winning. but he can't wield it himself, so why does he want it? I have a feeling we need to figure that out quickly. I do not like to answer such broad questions with a simple yes or no. First off, I am not Meridia. Her powers are not mine to bestow. But power can be transferred from one receptacle to another. The light of Meridia should be no different. They have a shackle over there, and the light of Meridia has certainly worked on those twice already here in Solstice. Manamarco is powerful, yes, but even he has his limits. I think we'll find a use for it.
Elder Tsonasa will meet you in the temple. And do not worry. I will join you in there as well. I owe the corpse stealers for my village, for my egg sister. Some, but the stone nest do not have many warriors. And who can say what we will encounter inside those walls? I am prepared to do whatever is required of me, Mainlander. The Death Dancers have business with the corpse stealers this day. I sent word to all the Death Dancers, both the Stone Nest and the Tideborn. There are not as many of us as once protected this island, but a single Death Dancer can end a battle. 4 or 5 of us. Perhaps we can end a war.
Raz thinks he would like to see these large statues come to life. It would be strange and a bit scary, but also exciting, yes? So what do you wait for, Five Claw? Go wake up a statue. No doubt the cultists look out from their battlements and see our army gathering here. But they place too much faith in their necromancy and their horrible devices. They do not know the value of courage, determination, loyalty. Especially not love, no. Love is a thing that cannot be seized or taken. No power they command can make it live or die. What would the worm cult know of that, Be careful, dear one. Raz thinks we have much to speak of when this is done.
Hey friend, here we are, about to storm another fortress of ultimate evil. Wouldn't it be nice if just once the bad guys were lurking in a tavern that served passable ale, or maybe the back room of a good bakery? I miss a decent loaf of bread. As ready as I can be. My body feels as strong as ever, but I know something's missing. Guess I thought Vanas would have a remedy when we got him back. We sure could use Meridia's Golden Knight, couldn't we? I guess plain old me will just have to do. I have a feeling you might be right about that. Meridia has a way of sneaking up on her enemies when they least expect it, and she has no love of necromancers. Thank you, by the way, for believing in me. I promise I'll do my best.
Move out, comrades! And send word for the rest of the army to mobilize. This day, the Worm Cult falls!
For the Stark Fellowship! Huzzah! Last one through the necrotic death fields is a skeever's uncle.
Ainur, Tamid.
This era should be thankful that we fight them together. I wonder which spirit bestows such fortune upon you.
Souls for the Master of Domination. Worms, protect the Reaper.
Come! The everlasting fair welcomes all! Make your wishes come true!
May your spirit know peace. Ah, fascinating to see the way these scholars think. I will watch over you.
Thank you, stranger. Oh, I hate Hadalids. Help me!
Make this swift.
Oh, saved twice! Such an embarrassment for the guild and fellowship! Wait, not again!
Let this be quick. You will not last. A profound find, Tamid. I am pleased to see it. I think I read about this place in a book from my time. It is quite different from what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
Did you hear that Bleak Rock was hit hard by the Daggerfall Covenant? I have family out that way. I hope they're safe.
What are they thinking?
Good work, mercenary. The Fellowship calls for aid. Bring aid to the Stark Fellowship.
Ah, excellent work, Five Claw. We must defend the camps.
Pad our warriors with reliable defense.
Oh, no. You have that look, like you're about to give me some horrible news. I should know. I've had plenty of practice at it around here. Tessa Moril, my husband is dead, isn't he? Don't tell me. It was some sort of accident? I don't need to guess. It was some mishap with his potions, wasn't it? I told him time and again to label them, use colored glass, anything. You know how often I've treated such maladies? Not as much as you'd think. Most of them are fatal. Thank you for saying that. It's maddening knowing better and still not being listened to. Take that as a lesson, stranger. When you find someone you care about, it's not nagging, it's just love. It's fine, really. I always knew it would happen this way with my Tessie. Forever had his head in the clouds, and I knew one day he'd trip over his own feet. But you've given me closure, and for that I'm grateful. Take this, please. Strange. I thought winning our last
I
argument
knew
would
a
feel
lie
better than
would serve
this.
you better, but nobody listens to me.
It doesn't feel very good, does it? Go on, you silly elf. The secret of your stupid death will stay with me. Well, you and I know the truth about Tessa Moril, but I'll be damned if anyone else is going to know my husband died that way. A healer's husband mixing up his unlabeled potions. Mortifying. I'd never live it down. Well, my dear, he's not the first of my spouses to die some easily preventable mishap that I always harped on about. He's not even the second. He's the third, if you can believe it. I loved him dearly, but this heartbreak isn't new to me. Girael, my first, had a habit of eating spoiled meat. Didn't like being wasteful, didn't like listening either. And Niti, my second, loved hand-feeding sharks. I warned her the one day she arrived empty-handed, they'd take what they could get. I've heard it said that bad luck comes in threes. If I make it to a fourth, maybe that spell will be broken. Either way, life goes on. Thanks again, adventurer. And I'm sure I don't need to nag at you to be careful out there.
Fine threads make for strong cord. Yes.
People call us Daedra. Can you imagine? Daedra! Heh, like the Blackfeather Court has anything in common with that rabble. Do those ugly, toddler-sized Banekin have knights and ladies? I think not!
So how about another adventure, mate? We could go, I don't know, to the market, buy some eggs. Honestly, I'm game for anything, really.